Okay, so I want you to listen to Terrence Howard and what he has to say. And we're going to talk about this on the other side because this is serious. And I saw this coming. Did you?
Good morning, everyone. I'm not sure if you guys have had a moment to look at what's taking place in the news right now, but as we are speaking or as I'm recording this, we have two huge U.S. carriers that's approaching the straits. We have 150 different planes. We have China and Iran, along with Russia, all doing these military drills at the same time that these nuclear talks are supposed to take place. And President Trump has threatened to use force if these talks fail. Well, one of the things that a lot of people aren't aware of is the fact that a great deal of Chinese oil, or China's oil, comes from Iran. China was getting a great deal of oil from Venezuela, but the U.S. just cut off that trade from Venezuela with the capture of the president of Venezuela. Now, if you look back in history, this took place before. In 1945, we had Japan making its aggressions around with regard to China and to other countries. So what did the U.S. do? It cut off the oil supply for Japan, which led to Japan ultimately bombing Pearl Harbor, and thus the U.S. was thrust into World War II. Where World War III seems like it's going to be pushed by something different, but the same methods look like they're being employed.
Now, I'm not trying to scare anybody, but for me, it is a concern. I can't help but to think about that East Wing. Why in the world would any president take it upon himself to knock down the people's house on the East Wing directly over a bunker? I think it's very concerning and alarming that there are people, allegedly, who donated to the building or rebuilding of this so called East Wing, right? I also think of when this president mentioned in a meeting, in a meeting with the press there, I think there's like 100 people or so. They want to come. They want to be a part of this. Come where? Go where? What's happening? So as I sit back and I listen to Terrence Howard and what he is saying, and a highly educated, intelligent, and brilliant man he is. What he's saying about World War III and the taking of Venezuela, I'm just looking at everything, right? These certain people part of this board of peace, but at the same time taking $10 billion of the taxpayers' money to put into this for who? It's certainly not us. Now, me going back to 9/11, naturally, the people in the White House knew what was coming before it got here. That's how they ended up in the bunker. So as Terrence Howard speaking, and he's talking about this 150 aircrafts that are on their way there and two huge ships that are on their way there. And if the talks don't go the way he wants to go, then what are they really doing? What are they doing that they're not telling the American people? Since everything has been removed and our military will be, who's protecting us? If these people, these countries are with these nuclear weapons and they're very upset, if it was done in 2001, I was here and I remember that well. Um, I don't know. I don't know. But what I do know and what is encouraging to me is what else Terrence Howard happened to have said. And I'm going to play this because this, to me, is even more critical than what he just said. Take a look.
So, what I'm asking right now for everyone out there, I want you to take the time to look at what's taking place inside the world. I want you to take a moment to collect yourselves and think of the outcome that we all want for this world. If we want to be thrust into war, then it's at the front door. If we want to find a peaceful resolution to some of this, then we're going to have to change our tactics. And I don't mean I as an American, I'm talking about I as an earthling. I'm talking about we as a people. This world is going crazy right now. So let us take a moment to look at what's taking place and see what we need to do to make things, better for not just us, but for the world as a whole, because that's what it means being conscious. And perhaps everyone can come together and think in a positive way, can pray in a positive way, but even more so, act in a positive way, because this is getting ugly, y'all. So put your best face on, put your most positive attitude on, and let's see if we can consciously make a difference. Have a wonderful day.
I don't know about you, but I'm tired. I am really tired. I'm tired of fighting with people I don't know, trying to get them to understand where we're headed and things of that nature. I'm tired. You know, it's like we're fighting each other when, again, over here, they're sliding these other things through, which is putting us all in danger, all of us. And it doesn't matter if you are black or white or Asian or Hispanic or Indian or Middle Eastern, it doesn't matter anymore. This is where we are. The very person that said, no new wars, we're going to make things affordable, we're going to bring housing, we're going to bring manufacturing jobs, we're going to do all these things, took absolutely everything away, including all of the money that we're working for while they are profiting big time and putting us in serious harm's way. There is nothing to protect us. We have no more allies. Was this done on purpose? What is going on? So I am in total agreement. I am in total agreement with Terrence Howard. Not only must we think positively, we must also act in the same way, myself included. Sometimes I might think I'm doing right when in fact, no, there's something else bigger that we need to be paying attention to. Folks have allowed the worshiping of another human being. Something that is very evil is lurking amongst those walls. What does a man gain if he loses his soul? What does he gain? Well, I hope that we're waking up and we're conscious to this. Because as we move into November 2026, the power is still in our hands. We can stop a good portion of this. Just concentrate on what's good for the world. Where are we? Who have we become? And who can we still be? God bless you. God bless us all. And power to the people. Listen to him. Listen.